Hello everybody, happy belated new year, happy new decade. Welcome back to Strictly Story Mode Gaming. I thought I would start the first episode of the new decade with my all-time favorite open world game. My all-time favorite game is not The Witcher 3, sorry Geralt. Even though I have access to better looking games with objectively better stories, better horses, better fishing mechanics, and better bath foam out there, like Red Dead Redemption 2, it's not Red Dead either. Sorry, Arthur. Yeah, you guessed it from the title. So I love SkyrimVR and can't stop playing even in 2020. Firstly, modded SkyrimVR is the most beautiful immersive VR world simulator I have been lucky to experience. VR effectively tricks your mind into experiencing the epic scale of Skyrim in a compelling, visceral way. A VR dragon fight is a completely different thing from sitting and smashing controller buttons in front of a flat screen. You really do feel small against the massive wingspan of a dragon flying overhead. A dragon attack forces you into a full body response as you're constantly craning your neck all the while you dodge, run around furiously, pulling your bow and arrow. Skyrim is not just a buggy mess of a medieval fantasy from 2011. Skyrim is simply the base game world platform where you pick and choose from a vast library of community-produced nuggets of creativity to generate your very own unique personal game world. Because these mods are true labors of love, authors have brought forth an end result that is often staggeringly more creative and obsessively well-crafted than anything a paid Bethesda employee can deliver. As new mods are being constantly released or updated, I'm not playing the same Skyrim in the same week, nor even on the same day, because I pretty much add new mods every play session. A lot of the time, I'm not even playing Skyrim in Skyrim. There is more content in all the DLC-sized Skyrim quest mods than the actual games I have in my Steam catalog. Many of my friends don't know anything about the expansive glories of Skyrim modding, so I thought we would tunnel a tiny worm path through the 22,000 mods available on the Nexus. You know how there's the regular internet, and then there's that other place that requires a Tor browser? Nexus is the regular internet where you get regular mods. So let's see what's going on this week. Lore-friendly goat cheese retexture. Ooh, diversified chickens. I totally need that. This is going to boost my chicken immersion so much. Boo, this mod is conflicting with Sky Test that adds chicks and roosters. I'll have to look for a patch later. Last year I went on a mod purge and now have trimmed down to about 250 mods. I've modded almost everything, but there is one thing I will not touch. And that's children. Kids, I've preserved their precious little potato heads because either mods make them look creepy or mods make you look creepy.
Get away from me!
Let's say you're lollygagging in town and you run into a topography map pretending to be a human. Your immersion is going to snap. You don't have to make grandma sexy, unless you want to, but Skyrim townies should not look like talking cadavers. That's better. Every gamer has their specific visual preferences that can't possibly be fulfilled by one version provided by a vanilla game. We want toppings. Me, I'm really into wooden door textures, and thankfully there are fantastic modders who cater to such proclivities. Behold these glorious epic city gates in 8K. They boost your immersion so much that you want to pass through these gates rather than fast travel. Curious viewers who have never had the pleasure of enhancing off-the-shelf vanilla games might mistakenly think modding is mostly about big boobs and bikini armor. Take Lydia, shield maiden of Whiterun, ill-fated to be your donkey, human shield, and butt of 1,000 jokes. In the Me Too era, it's all kinds of wrong, but modding her this way has even a worse sin. It breaks immersion. I installed these bikini mods for a male friend who is really into this sort of thing. He's totally obsessed with flamboyant drag queen culture. Also, beefy men. I was totally careless and didn't follow proper modding protocol, as this mod adds a lot of creative armor for men and women that aren't thong bikinis. So I didn't deinstall the bikini part of this mod right away, and so it's pretty much baked into my saves. When I tried to remove it a month later, I kept getting crashes and missing torsos, so my Skyrim has a few ladies dressed for a more titillating experience. For me, these bikini armors are too over the top for a lore-friendly playthrough. But I finally found a mod that lets me convince NPCs to dress them, so I have to reintroduce modesty back into my game.
You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Other than Eren, you seem to be the only other person I've met I might be able to trust.
But looks aren't the real problem with these vanilla followers. Personally, no amount of sexy is going to fix their dull, repetitive dialogue. Lucky for us, we can build a custom squad with deadly combat skills and a lively sense of humor.
The first time I went to the Bee and Barb, that Maven woman pinched my bottom. I am not just a piece of meat.
Take Inigo, the most beloved of custom-voiced followers, an endearing fellow Khajiit who is also a recovering skooma addict. Inigo has 7,000 lines of dialogue, a lot of it witty, some of it silly, and some of it quite profound. And if you happen to be in the Bard's College, he will even sing you a song.
She was hairy and gruff and 7 feet tall. She introduced my face to a wall. I still loved her after she ate my gold. She hugged me tight, kept out the cold. This place is like a sensory enema.
We're lucky in Skyrim to have so many fantastic follower mods, and I will add a special mention for Khajiit Will Follow, an extremely thoughtful and intelligent mod that deserves its own video. Because of mod conflicts, my favorite warrior Bakai will sometimes burst out into dance when training me on weapons, and it cracks me up every time.
The positive side of this, and the reason Bakai is a fan of axes, is that when your swings do connect, they do massive damage. Even if your grip is weak and the axe turns in your hand, or if you make a glancing blow, the blade will wedge into your target and do its damage.
There is too much to be covered with Skyrim mods, but I just wanted to give you a taste of what I love about SkyrimVR and Skyrim modding. Thank you for joining me. I leave you now with some bonus footage. Let's meet again in the next world.